Hello and happy Friday. I was recently at a national meeting where during our lunch break, I was just chatting up a different physician, and she was telling me how she gets her Botox, specifically Botox, from a black label source. And that because of that, she can offer that on the cheap to her patients, and she can be very competitive in pricing in her market, which turns out was LA. So here's why that's such a bad idea. We're now seeing in lay press a number of different complications when that takes place. There have been 22 cases in 11 different states. These again span the entire country. They're not just in East Coast or West Coast, where patients have had significant side effects and problems when treated this way. Those were all done though, when the FDA went through this analysis, they found a couple of different consistencies. Number one, they were done in settings that weren't necessarily medically as supervised as we like to do. They were done in medical spas, or they were done at home in home settings during so-called Botox parties. Number two, they were done with materials that were generated from black market sources. And number three, they were done with either poorly trained or truly untrained providers. So in those cases, it turns out 11 of those patients had to be hospitalized. And 91% of them were actually done for just cosmetic reasons. People were just innocently trying to get what they thought was Botox on an inexpensive basis. So again, somewhat of a dangerous kind of situation. So because of that, the FDA, the CDC, the American Society of Plastic Surgery, have all come out with position statements, all saying essentially this: make sure you know where your Botox is coming from. Make sure who your provider is. Make sure that they're well trained. Make sure that they are, in our world, board certified. So again, that would provide the safest setting for you to be able to get these wonderful drugs. Now, the drugs itself, and the news was kind of around the Allergan specific product called Botox, or Botox Cosmetic. But this also is true for any other product. So whether I mean that through Galderma's line, which is Dysport, some of the other ones that are the competitors now like Xeomin and Daxxify, those are all different things in the market. They're all wonderful products. They're very, very safe, but they have to be done in the right hands. And if that's the case, then they can be as precise and they can be as straightforward and they can be as effective as ever. But if you start looking for black market ideas and you're trying to get it on the cheap, you start introducing some complication possibilities. So be careful out there.